What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a quick reaction video on Ariel Helwani basically verbally bodying Brendan Schaub. For those of you guys who don't know what's going on, these two have a beef going on. Apparently Ariel Helwani is sick of the jabs and the little pop shots. Helwani says it's been going on for like about 5 years. I have seen clips of Fighter and the Kid, and I do have to say that, yeah, Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen, you know, they throw their little jabs. They got their little innuendos and whatnot. Helwani kind of appears to be like an easy target for people. You know, he's like a meek journalist. He's not a fighter. He doesn't have like any training background. So I feel like people think that they can come at him. But one thing Ariel Helwani does have is a brain. And he's very good with his words. And he's also the #1 MMA journalist. I mean, let's be real with that. Definitely has paid his dues. I mean, I respect Ariel Helwani quite a bit. But anyway, let's not waste any more time, and let's check out some of these clips and what Helwani has to say, or Helwani has to say about Brendan Schaub.
So like when you use that as a reason to hate on something, it's A, inaccurate, and B, stupid, because it's actually, you know, the complete opposite of how people run business. People try to sell things the same way you try to sell merch to no one and rip off logos of other people, the same way you try to sell, you know, comedy tickets to no one, and then they have to combine the days, the same way you try to put up podcasts to no one and pay for views and downloads. It's the same thing. You would like to have those clicks, you would like to have those listens, you would like to have those dollars and cents, but you don't. And the issue is, we're all in this to make money, but no one has ever said do this or that in order to get some clicks. Now, there were a couple pot shots at me that I must address. The jobs. How many jobs have you been fired from? How many jobs have you had? Again, I wish he would just at me. I wish he would just, you know, say my name directly, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe Helwani is too tough to say in a soliloquy like that. Let's correct the record. I've only been fired from one official job, and that was the Fox job. You know what happened there. You know that had nothing to do with me. College football, how'd that go? How'd NFL go? How did fighting go? How did comedy go? How did podcasting go? How did TV go? Did you achieve your goals? Did you realize your dreams? Did you make it to the top? Was your claim to fame being told by your friend that it was time to move on and it was a great moment? I mean, we talked about it on this show. He put you over. You were the biggest baby face in the biz. You had it. Silver platter. You had it. You were going after everyone. You were on this show, that show. You were the guy, the truth teller. But how did those gigs go? And how are they going now? Don't talk about other people's jobs. Again, you do this fake gimmick where you're like, oh, holier than thou. I just sit back and I stay in my lane. I don't read anything. You do that whole gimmick. Meanwhile, you read everything. You're affected by everything. And then you throw these pot shots. Those who live in glass houses should not throw any kind of stone, ever. And right now, that glass house is, I mean, it is right there. Wherever that, I mean, it is sitting right there. Don't talk about people's jobs. That's how we got into this mess. Don't talk about people's livelihoods when you don't know. Again, you keep doubling down. You'll text me and you'll apologize, and then you'll keep talking about it again. And so the bottom line is, tired of people like you spitting lies, BSing us all, pretending like you know what you're talking about. There's a reason I never spoke about you for 5-6 years. I never responded to you. I don't need to. You talk about how I need to have 17 guests or so on my show. First of all, 5 today, and they were great. 6 if you count Pitbull. I love talking to these people. There's a reason why when I went to ESPN, they wanted to do Ariel and the Bad Guy and DC and Helwani, and actually the biggest point of contention between us was that I wanted to talk to too many people. But I love talking to the fighters. It's all about the fighters. It will always be about the fighters. So you can make fun all you want that I get 17 guests on my show, that I need these guests to get over, to get views, and that, oh, if we talk about you, that's how we get there. I never uttered your name. I never said a word about you. You're the one who keeps talking about us. You're the one who keeps sitting there looking at the websites when your boy pulls them up and talking about us. And then you steal our ideas and our contents. You do it to Luke, you do it to Brian, you do it to me, you do it to everyone. You steal our ideas and you sit there and you pass them off as your own, and you even botch it when you do it. You botch it when you do it every single time. You sit there and you rip off our ideas. It's plagiarism 101, except you're not writing anything, you're saying it. And it's harder to catch that way. But trust me, we're all on to you. You sit there and you talk about Tyson Fury being your favorite fighter, and then you say that you want to slit your wrist when you hear about mental health in Tyson Fury. You truly love Tyson Fury, you fake phony. You care about his struggles with mental health. So you could say all that you want about the 17 guests. You could say all that you want about the fighters. I love talking to the fighters. I will always love talking about the fighters. And at least I don't pay them to come on my show. At least I don't have to pay them to come hang out and eat a taco with me. And at least I don't have them say, hey, you got to do this show if you want to do this show. You know what I'm talking about. If you want to shoot, we'll shoot. Stop talking about things when you're living in a glass house and you have no idea what is going on.
I'm going to say 10-8 Helwani. Ariel Helwani just straight up eviscerated Brendan Schaub. And you know what? Honestly, I can't blame the guy. Like I said, throughout the years, he's been like the butt of jokes. People kind of coming at him, like so many criticisms, making fun of Helwani. And the guy, he just snapped. He's like the MMA journalist version of the Joker. Super funny, man. Super funny stuff. Yeah, I mean, honestly, once again, like, I'm actually proud of Ariel. Good for him. Good for him. Standing up for himself. Not taking crap anymore. He's an independent. His hands are not cuffed. He's not bound by contracts. So if you come at Helwani, you better get ready to deal with Helwani. But the whole start of this thing was, the rumor or the thing out there throughout the years that Ariel Helwani leaked some information concerning Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's return to the UFC or debut, I forgot which. Dana was super pissed at him. I know he was like banned from events and whatnot. Rogan talked about it on his podcast. Schaub did also. So there was like this thing out there that Helwani kind of, broke, trust and leaked information out. Now, Ariel says that it's not true. I mean, for the record, he went on his show and he said that's not what went down. That there never was any kind of agreement or arrangement for him to withhold that information, and that he was just being like a journalist. So, he was pissed at Rogan and he was pissed at Schaub over that throughout the years. And now that he's not bound on a contract, I mean, the guy has like no filter. But, Big John touched on a couple of things. He said that Helwani, he's funny. He's letting loose, but he needs to be very careful because some guys, and I don't think Schaub would do this, but some guys would just like walk up to him and slap him. And it's true, man. You talk smack about some people, like they don't care. They don't care about getting arrested. They don't care about consequences. Like they'll definitely pull your card if you see them in person. I think Donald Cerrone's one of those guys. He was super pissed at Helwani, for a bit. But Schaub and Brian Callen, those are not those dudes. What I would like to see is Brendan Schaub or Callen pop up on Ariel Helwani's show and let them talk it out live. I think it'll be entertaining, and I would tune in because I want to see what they have to say to each other. Not face to face, but close enough. But yeah, those were a couple of clips of Helwani going off. It's longer than that, and he said a bunch of stuff. And I have to agree, Schaub was kind of throwing shade and little jabs concerning like, careers and whatnot and success. And, let's be real. No hate on Schaub. But having Joe Rogan as a really famous, powerful friend doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt when you're trying to make it. Doesn't hurt when you're trying to promote stuff. Let's be real. So, yeah. Helwani got him with that one. Anyway, guys, I don't know what else to say. My jaw kind of dropped a little bit when I saw some of the clips of what Helwani was saying. And once again, I can't blame him. I mean, the guy, he's had enough. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Who do you side with in this beef? And what do you think about Helwani's comments to Schaub? Thanks for watching the segment, guys. If you enjoy it, first time at the channel, hit that subscribe button, like and share. That helps the channel grow. Appreciate it, guys. And until the next one, you all take care.